Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will begin Final Fantasy. First released in 1987, we will be playing the 2021 Pixel Remaster re-release, released on the Steam platform. This is like the 10th version of this game that's been released. So there are various elements that were included in this game and also excluded. As far as like the story content, the dungeon content, there were some bonus dungeons that were on the PSP and GBA that are not included in this, and that's fine with me. It doesn't take away from my experience because I did not play those versions, I just know of them. There are some extras that Final Fantasy players will be familiar with, such as the bestiary here. This is kind of a cool feature. You can look up the beasties beforehand just to see, oh, if I run into this bad boy, I better watch out. And then where you can hit him on the map. And then, of course, you have your music player, which has some Final Fantasy music that you can just select any song or play them all. And then, of course, the art gallery. So there you go. Some nice little extras that I thought that was cool that they included in there. And, excuse me. So let's go ahead and start a new game. Alrighty, so I'll just name my characters the same as when I was just kind of doing a quick test run. Vargas is going to be our warrior. Elena is our white mage. I like using that name for a healer, kind of a go-to name. We'll use Cain. Cain is a very common Final Fantasy character name, and so we'll give it to the thief. And your name is Jerry. Honestly, I just couldn't think of an appropriate name for Black Mage. It's just like, what fits you? We'll go with Jerry. Okay. Yes. Alright, here's our opening cutscene. The ocean moves kind of weird. That's okay. The world shrouded in darkness. I do like this, that they included this particular opening cutscene in the Pixel Remaster. I'm not a fan of the font. We'll talk about the font later. I'll rant about that for a moment, more towards the end of the first episode. Sea's Rage. And the earth decays. So anyway, the content of this re-release, I believe, stays true to the 1987 NES version that was released. I think that's what they were going for, and that's probably a turnoff to some people. I started this, or I wanted to chronicle the Final Fantasy series without going into the internet and doing research, reading walkthroughs, reading tips, suggestions, reviews, blah, 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 blah. And there are our 4 crystals. I thought they were orbs from the original version. Doesn't matter. Crystals are cooler than orbs. Orbs kind of sounds unexciting. And here it gives us our controls so that we're not confused. Okay, let's go ahead and go into the castle since that's where we need to go. We'll just go straight up to the king. That's why we've come, Mr. Soldier Boy. Hello, Your Majesty. Yes, this is true. Here are the crystals. It's just as Lucan prophecy foretold. Chancellor, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. You know what? I don't care for Chancellor NPC characters. They're always kind of shady to me. Even though, yeah, I don't know. They're just, I know that they're like figures in royal courts, but yeah, and the king's like, hey, these guys seem legit, so let's give them, at least a little bit of confidence. So the king wisely is diplomatic and says, okay, I've got a task for you, which I was going to ask you anyway, because if they are the Warriors of Light, surely they can rescue my daughter Sarah without a problem. And then the Chancellor fills us in about Garland. A knight once in His Majesty's service was abducted, or has abducted Princess Sarah. Alright, we'll do it. The Chaos Shrine to the north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves. Okay, you're casting a little bit of suspicion on yourself by getting all defensive when we haven't said anything. But Garland is the finest swordsman. We have none who can match him. Well, surely if you sent the entire army at him, wouldn't, just the law of large numbers also work in overwhelming one person in combat? Yes, we do. But how did we get here? Okay, so the bridge, okay, was lost long ago, making passage impossible. We're kind of isolated right here. The bridge is gone. The only way to possibly get to the kingdom of Cornelia is by boat. So we were either born and raised here and became the Light Warriors somehow, or we came here on a boat, or we were magically transported by, some, seer, like that happens. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a token of my gratitude. So basically, this king's saying, I will be convinced that you are the Light Warriors for sure once Sarah is rescued. He's actually just using this as a bargaining chip, as leverage. Very, very clever king. We will not fail you. The king is very wise. He's like, yeah, I could probably send my my soldiers out against him, but I'd probably lose a good number of them. And Garland, he's the finest swordsman, so no one's gonna want to be the guy who's the first to go after him and swing swords against him. Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom, but power consumed him and he lost sight of who he really was. So we gained power. Please save Lady Sarah. You got it. Let's see, let's go talk to the Queen. Okay. Everyone, just please try not to upset her. Okay, no problem. I went in to reassure her. Look at these muscles on this fighter. Surely I can tackle any task. And then, oh, wait. I want to make sure I talk to everybody. One thing that I never liked using in any of the Final Fantasy games personally was dash. It saves time, yes, but this speed is fine. Okay, they say the same thing. Okay, yeah, these doors are locked, just like I thought. I don't feel that dash is needed. Let's go into town. And let's buy some weapons, armor, and magic. We want 2 rapiers, 1 hammer. Let's go ahead and equip one of the rapiers. Let's see. Okay, equip him, the rapier. And now equip her with the hammer. And now let's sell. You're welcome, thank you. Alright, let's go ahead and buy some leather armor, chainmail. Let's equip the chainmail on you. Menu navigation is quite easy and quick, I might add. Let's see, let's go buy some white magic and black magic. Okay, cure, that's our bread and butter. Dia, that could be useful. Protect or blink. Let's go ahead and do protect. Thank you. I will rescue the princess, I promise. Fire, yes. Thunder, yes. I guess sleep. I probably didn't even need to buy that. But I like having all of my spell slots occupied. Here is our clinic. And you once lived far to the east of here in the harbor city of Bravoka. Yes, yes it is. Now please let me enter the shop so I can buy. Okay. I think that's all for now. Sure, I'll dance with you. Failed to use it to wash up. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and fight for a bit. I do really like the music that was included in this version. That they just went, you know, full symphonic. High. Would it be considered high bitrate or high definition music? But I really like the fact that it was. That they did the symphonic with full instrumental sound rather than like MIDI sound, the MIDI sound effect, to try and make it sound old as well. That that was never a great sound. It just wasn't. So anyway, so yes, the music is excellent. I really appreciate the music so far. A little bit that I did play beforehand. Ooh, Vargas got critted. Right, level up. Sweet. Oh, and let's talk about combat. Combat is, I think, is quite nice with the auto combat. That little fast forward icon in the top left. It basically just makes your party members repeat their last action, and so it takes you through combat pretty quickly, which is nice when all you have to do is just basically mash attack. So that's a nice feature. Saves gobs of time, by the way, when you do have to grind experience. Which it seems like, given that combat is pretty quick. Let's see, are we level 2 still? Yeah. We'll go up to level 3, then we'll rest at the end. Given that leveling up seems like it's going to be a pretty fast thing here. the auto combat's gonna be a really nice feature. All right. Let's go ahead and rest up to get full HP. Okay. So let's go ahead and go up to the Chaos Shrine. I like how you can go diagonal. That's a nice feature. Alright, here we are at the Chaos Shrine. Okay, let's go ahead and look for chests. Oh, Giga's Worm. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, another thing I really appreciate about this game as well. Do we want to do magic? I mean, fire will insta-kill one of them. But do we need to? Let's, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, roast them alive. Okay, so zombies aren't very powerful. But I don't want to be poisoned. This early and have to use an antidote. Leather cap. Let's give that to Kane. Find that interesting. The aspect. Oh crap. Hmm. Yeah, let's go for it. The aspect about this game that oh, Jerry's down. That's not good. Let's run away. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go back to town. Resurrect Jerry. I wasn't expecting him to go down. They know I'm trying to get out of here because they're throwing their big groups at me. Well, that was rude. Don't worry, Jerry. We've got your back. We'll get you up in no time. No. Ow, right before we got to town. Ambushed, really? Rude. Come on, just let me go. Jeez. We're stuck. We can't get away. Okay, let's go get him up. Yep. And then we have to go to the inn. Because, yeah. You get revived with 1 health. It's like, I'm just gonna revive him to the bare minimum so he's alive, but you still need to sleep it off. Okay, we're better now. Man, okay. So hopefully we have better luck this next time around. Alright, let's just auto combat our way up to the shrine. I thought for sure level 3 would be adequate to go up here, at least to fight the trash mobs. Ambushed? What? Oh man. Okay. Yeah, Jerry needs a heal. He doesn't have very many hit points. Hold on a minute. Okay, this is the first time that I've really paid attention to the white mage's animation. Let's take a look at that again when they have the victory screen. Okay, so Fighter is doing Hippie Parade, Thief's doing Night at the Disco. White Mage is giving the bird and saying, "Up y'alls, we just took you down." And then it looks like Black Mage is doing like double Le Corna. I don't know what it doesn't really translate to in English. Basically like booyah. Um, so White Mage is quite the vulgar young woman, giving everyone and everything the bird that we're going to be defeating here. So that's probably not what it is, of course, but just that's what it looks like. All right. Oh, finally we got the jump on something rather than getting ambushed. Did Jerry's health just like double? Almost. His max health just almost doubled. Dang. Preemptive strike. We're just gonna go ahead and auto attack. Skeletons are pretty weak. Or have low health, I should say. Alright. And let's just go right over here. Okay. Yeah, the leveling up seems like it's really not going to be that bad. Ooh, ouch. That was a hard hit. Okay. Locked. What is it? Yep, the Mystic Key. Okay. Very nice. Achievement unlocked. Oh. Okay, that's another thing. I guess since we're on Steam, Steam loves achievements. Take it or leave it. Doesn't matter to me. So we're not going to be trying to get all the achievements. We may, but there might be a few that we'll omit. All right. Let's see, Vargas. Okay. Very nice. Okay, let's go Magic Cure. Jerry. Okay, same thing. Cool. Ooh, critical hit, nice. Okay, you have one cast left. We have a tent. Okay, let's go outside. Let's use our tent. And then we'll save our game. I do like the feature where you can save anywhere on the overworld. I find it odd, however, that it's only on the overworld. that you can save. We'll just overwrite our test drive file. Um, but we can't save in dungeons. The game does not permit that. We can quick save, of course, and access quick saves also from the main menu, but no can do on like actual file saves. Okay, so let's go ahead and confront Mr. Garland. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Okay, so let's talk about Garland, Cornelia, and what's going on here. This could be a very real political situation, right? Where you have a knight who gets it into his head that he can rule better than the current king. King's lapdogs. We're not the lapdogs, we're the warriors of light, bro. Yeah, we know who we're messing with. That's why we're here. So Garland thinks that I can rule this kingdom better. But the king, maybe that's that this whole intrigue with Garland is why he never had the bridge rebuilt, right? He didn't want Garland taking over the kingdom, maybe sending out armies to conquest. Also, before even the Garland incident, maybe he didn't want his kingdom to be invaded because he said the bridge was taken out a long time ago. So, anyway, Garland says he's going to knock us down. And boss fight. Oh, another thing that one thing that I did read or hear before I started this was that the original design artist for the combat sprites came back to do the pixel remaster, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, he'll be down second round, I think. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. But anyway, Garland is basically a tutorial boss. Doesn't get much screen time at all. Kind of feel bad for him. That he just, throws us a few lines. We take him out fairly easily. 3 rounds of combat and he's down. And that's, for a boss fight, pretty short. Didn't have to cast any healing magic at all. Basically, it was almost all just auto mash attack. Yes, we've come to rescue you. It's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. Probably why he was so conceited and confident about his odds of winning, even though he just totally got, we just wiped the walls with him. Sure. What are all these bats about? Nothing. Okay. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy. And I have no doubt that the king is probably like looking at the Chancellor. There is no doubt, Chancellor. I bet that the Chancellor was in on the whole thing. I mentioned how Chancellors are shady characters anyway. Whether, in history books or in RPGs, I have never trusted Chancellor NPCs. So, okay, the king is going to tell us the prophecy about darkness veiling the world, the warriors of light shall come, shards of light, and the 4 crystals. Yeah, that's cool. So, the continent to the north, or the crystal on the continent to the north, why do I need that one if I already have 4? We will find out. So we need to restore the crystals. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt as promised. Well, thank you, Your Majesty. So the king recognizes that we are the warriors of light and that I better do these guys right and build the bridge so that they can march north and free the world of its evil. Okay. Oh, the dancing girl in town. She's like the game's built-in hint book. Sarah's thoughts are always with you. That's right. I have to talk to Sarah because you have to have the loot. Well, thank you, Princess Sarah. All right. And now if we talk to her again, she shyly is hinting that she would like us to stay in Cornelia. Or maybe at least build a house here. I don't know. I bet she has the hots for the warrior. All right, we shall. Well, you're welcome, Sir Knight, Sir Soldier, whatever you are. I've been assigned the important task of defending Castle Cornelia. I'm a little nervous. Okay, so the question is, what was your job before I completed this task of rescuing Sarah? Wasn't that it beforehand? The beautiful loot, handed down for generations to the princesses of Cornelia, is said to have unique power. It can shatter the gateway of evil. Well, thank you. You've been quite the helpful NPC. Yes, we are. And, of course, there is no invisible lady. Like in, is it the original? Is it in the 87 NES version that there's an invisible lady? I can't remember. Alright, so anyway, we defeated Garland. Kind of feel bad for the guy that he got so little screen time. That's right, I already talked to you. And we go back to little sister. Oh, she gives us a kiss on the cheek or arm or hand or whatever. I don't know. She's short. I think we can leave the castle now. So the soldiers, it's like, okay, you've been tasked with guarding the castle now. Was your job beforehand just like maybe public works stuff or non-military related stuff? It's very possible because the king seems like he's a very peace-loving king. Maybe he's a pacifist and didn't want anything to do with war. Another reason why he didn't want to build the bridge to send his people to war, right? To lose innocent, or yeah, maybe not innocent lives, but to lose lives pointlessly. Let me tell you though, those soldiers, they know how to build a bridge. Dang. That's quick work. Good job, boys. Everyone's excited that the Warriors of Light are in town. Actually, they don't know because he, in all fairness, asks, why did we build a bridge over the river in an afternoon? What was the hurry? And this guy, whoever he is, we'll call him the Director of Public Works. The four Warriors of Light are here. They're in Cornelia. So the bridge is built. And let's see. I think a couple people say it's some different stuff. So why are you still here? That's a good question. So yeah, she just gives you hints. Does this guy say anything different? Alright, a witch named Matoya lives to the north of Cornelia. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Matoya's cave, that's right. Sage Lucan said something about finding the crescent moon. We'll need a ship, okay. You could always borrow a pirate ship. Well, I could probably manage that. Borrowing a pirate ship once I go to Provoka. Or is it Prakova? Toya's peepers aren't too sharp. She can't see a thing without her crystal eye. This is very true. And you say the same thing, I think. Okay. So let's go ahead and go up to... Oh, let's go to the item shop. We're going to buy... let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy a tent, 2 antidotes, and a potion. And now we'll go up to Matoya's cave, and then over to Purakova, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, that's right, there's a cutscene. And, okay, so here is where I'll get the gripe off my chest about the font. So our warriors of light are standing heroically on this hillside, looking back at Cornelia where their adventure and quest began. And we have this, scrolling text that is in an unremarkable sans serif, bland, boring font. I mean, listen to this music. This music is of epic proportions. It's this is the Final Fantasy I think it's called the Victory Overture, but anyway, this is the overture that it's like, yes, the Warriors of Light, the heroes of Final Fantasy, and we get text that looks like this. It's like, who was in charge of the text font? Really? That's just laziness and does not fit in. I'm sorry. Probably, I'm guessing the one thing about this version that's gonna probably really be an irritant. Maybe not an irritant, but it's just like, it just doesn't look right. Maybe they wanted to make sure it was easy to read. Anyway, Adventure Ho, we're gonna restore the world and beat all the bad guys and stuff. Oh, hello, random encounter. Alright. Toya's cave's just up this way. Alright. There we go. Hello, Mr. Broom. Oh, come here. Frontwards, backwards, any way you see. Such a strange spell to swish swisharee. And swish swisharoo. Of course, the broom speaks backwards. If anybody read Nintendo Power back in the day. So, cancel and L1. And that brings us up this. This is a cool little feature. So it brings up all the locations which you have been to, the number of chests on the right, as well as items, and then how many of those chests or items you have obtained. Pretty cool. Uh-oh. What's going on, Matoya? My eye, my eye. Oh, poor old lady. She lost her crystal eye. This is such friendly music. Friendly music? Cozy music? You don't need to come here. I think that when you talk to the NPCs in town, they're like, oh, by the way, you can go up here, but it's not necessary for plot advancement. It's just something that gives you a nice little side quest, I guess. Once we find Matoya's eye, she gives us something, or maybe it's not a side quest. Actually, I don't remember, to be perfectly frank. Oh, 3 crazy horses. Are you kidding me? Let's go ahead and do fire. Roast them! Crazy horses can hit pretty hard. And they've got a fair amount of health. Nice. Good experience, though. Okay, moving forward. Alrighty, here we go. Holy smokes, okay. This actually shouldn't be a problem. Oh, those are wargwolves, though. Whatever. So this is one of those fights that's like, okay, this would take forever without quick combat, but... Okay. Come on now. Make sure I watch my health. Just so that I don't die of attrition. Something silly like, oh, I'm not paying attention to my health and I die from a 1 damage hit. Okay. There we go, we got it. That'll be a nice amount of experience. Very nice. Vargas, ooh yeah, up to 122 health. Even got in some intellect in there. Nice. Kane. Got a good level. Jerry did not get a good level. Ugh, got 1 health. Whatever. Okay. So let's, how much skill do we have? 667? Please help us. Alrighty, let's go ahead and save our game. And, oops, pushed the wrong button. I foresee that happening a lot. Let's go ahead and overwrite our, or did we already overwrite our test run file? Okay. Oh, file 20? You can have 20 files, or, yeah, file slots? It's crazy. Back. Alrighty, so, in our next episode, we'll go into Prakova, and we'll talk to the townsfolk, find exactly out what's going on, rest at the inn, see what gear we can buy, what magic we can buy, and then we will clean that town up. Alright, so you have to go into configuration. Let me see if I can remember this correctly. Turn the title screen. Yes. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So yeah, so far I am really enjoying the remake of Final Fantasy, the the 10th remake or the 9th remake, whatever remake it is. I have enjoyed so far that it is maintaining the 87 NES content of it. So anyway, until our next episode when we progress through the city of Prakova, so long for now.